Welcome back, you guys, to the first ever TMP Nightly Canna News at 10 on YouTube. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. Of course, we'll get to the weather here in just a moment. But first, give you a quick break and some music for about 3 minutes. If you want to fast forward, if you're watching this later, if you want to fast forward, you can fast forward to about the 4-minute mark or so. And then, of course, I'll put the links to all the different spots in the news coverage in the bottom. All right, love you guys. We'll see you in just a couple minutes. Welcome back, you guys. It's been a minute since we've done the TMP Nightly Canna News at 10, but we're back right here on YouTube. Now, I have changed, obviously, where I'm coming from in the live. Not yet ready to implement the other changes that I have in mind here in the future. Want to get used to the new platform and going live on YouTube. So it's kind of a whole new game for me, and I appreciate you guys that follow me over from Facebook. But got a great show for you tonight. Of course, we're going to talk about the weather and a couple other key subjects tonight. First one, right off the bat, I'm going to address the elephant in the room, talk to you guys about that. So, I have not checked my Facebook profile since I changed my statuses 2 days ago. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that are upset with me. I know I've gotten phone calls from a few different people checking on me to see how everything's going, and a couple people pissed off at me. So I'm sure there's a lot of people upset with me by the way that I presented things in those posts, and I wanted to address that right now. So I heard there were a lot of people that thought that I was making fun of the C word, or saying, that it was completely not real. Now, what I said is that this whole thing is manufactured. Now, whether or not the C word is actually what they say it is remains to be seen. But what is fact, absolute fact, is the fact that we are giving up our freedoms over this thing. We are giving up our First Amendment, our Second Amendment, our Fourth Amendment rights to gather, to free speech, for this C word. And not that I don't believe that the C word isn't real. It's definitely real. There's definitely something going on. I just want to tell you guys that it is not what the mass media is telling you. It's not what we're being fed. Yes, there are people that have died from this. Is it worse than stepping out your front door and getting in your car and going for a drive or going for a jog or the other 24 or 30 things that kill more people every day than this does? Why does this require us to lock ourselves up and not congregate and literally give away our freedoms, give away our constitutional rights at a win? So that's what I was upset about. That's why I made the post I did, is because there is more going on than what meets the eye. I have been researching this kind of stuff for decades. Decades. I'm not just jumping out here and saying this stuff after researching it for the last 3 months. I've been researching this kind of stuff for decades. This kind of stuff, what we're seeing right now with the self-imposed shutdown, with the mobilization of the National Guard in areas, and every other thing that we see going on, this is something that a lot of people have predicted for a long time. I have been researching Wi-Fi, 4G, 5G for 5+ years now, and there are a lot of people that think that 5G is what's causing this. I don't know. The Q people, the QAnon people that want to talk about how this is Trump's thing, and that Trump is secretly going to take care of the pedophile ring by the Clintons and all this stuff. I think that's a distraction. I don't think that's real. There's a couple other of conspiracy theories out there as well. Whatever the case, I don't believe that we're being told the truth. You can Google them. You can look them up right here on YouTube. There are hundreds of videos out there showing a different case than what the media is showing us. Showing the insides of hospitals that are empty, that are supposed to be in hot zones. Showing empty lines at COVID test facilities. Where are they getting all these numbers? They're not revealing their sources on where these numbers are coming from. And then there's multiple accounts right here on YouTube, on Facebook, on social media of people saying that they had a family member go in for one thing, die from that thing, and then they labeled it as COVID being the reason that they died. If that kind of stuff is really going on, we need to look more into this and not just give our rights away. And that's why I was upset, and that's why I posted what I did. So, there, I've addressed the elephant in the room. We are going to move on. I may talk about that a little more, but we're going to move on to the weather. It's been a while since I did a live show, so I got to, work out the rust. Let's head over to the weather, shall we? So I'm going to do national coverage on the weather, of course, and we'll transition into that. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. So right now in the United States, we are experiencing a cold front. Pacific Northwest is getting rain and snow. So are the Central and Southern Rockies. Wouldn't be surprised if they get quite a bit of snow here over the next couple of days. Cold in the plains. Gonna have a warm up here coming in the next couple of days. We've got rain over Florida, and then the system that moved over the plains over the last couple of days is now over New England and other parts of the Northeast. So here locally in Oklahoma, we've got a low of 33 tonight, guys. Freeze warning. If you've got any plants outside, you might want to cover them. Tomorrow, high of 63 and sunny. Supposed to be fairly nice. Thursday, 73. We got another front moving in. Friday's going to be cold and cloudy, 55 and 38. Saturday, rain again, 64 and 47. Sunday, finally get some warm weather, but it's still going to be cold that night. 71 and 48. 77 and 55 on Monday. It's probably the warmest day we'll see here in about a week. And then Tuesday, so next week, supposed to starting to be getting nicer and actually be like spring. So cannot wait for that and ready for this weather to go away. So that is the forecast at the moment. Again, we've got a freeze warning tonight, y'all. Make sure you cover your plants or bring ones in pots inside. Alright, so let's hop back over here. Let's smoke a bowl. See how we are doing. Doesn't look like we've got many people on. Drop in the comments if you're on. Didn't have a lot of people on my first stream on Facebook, so we'll get there. Oh yeah, so if you're wondering what I'm smoking on tonight, this is Gorilla Glue number 4 on special. Some sun-grown, some little few seeds in it, but not too bad. Some sun-grown that I got from Route 66 dispensary. Cool guys over there at Route 66, right there at 39th and Portland here in Oklahoma City. Got a great deal. It's $40 for a half ounce of this sun-grown Gorilla Glue, and it's doing the trick. It's definitely worth it for sure. All right. So what else do we have to talk about tonight? So I kind of touched on some of the conspiracies out there, and I kind of touched on what I meant by what I said. And I wanted to formally apologize to anybody that thought that I was being disrespectful to people they knew that had died, or being disrespectful to people that had it. Not being disrespectful to them, just like I wouldn't want to be disrespectful to people that are dying from cancer, or disrespectful to people that have died from the flu, or from a car accident, or a drug overdose, or whatever it might happen to be. I don't disrespect any of those people and their deaths. What I have a problem with is the way things are being reported. Things just don't add up. You guys can go to, there's a couple of different places that track worldwide the C word, and they're entering death totals and test totals in there that, one, don't make any sense, and two, we've been told by the CDC multiple times that these tests are up to 80% inaccurate. 80% inaccurate. Think about that, you guys. These numbers are being way overinflated. Why? You see why. Having us self-lockdown, and most people going right along with it, because it's for your health. Where in the Constitution does it say that we just give away our First Amendment, our Second Amendment, our Fourth Amendment, and multiple other amendment rights because it's for our health? It doesn't. And that's what upsets me about all of this, is just the willingness of the public to just give away their rights. So that's why I was upset. That's why I made the post that I made. Whatever the case, whatever's going on, it's not worth giving up your rights for. You're supposed to live in a free country. So that's where I stand on that. You can be upset with me if you want. It is what it is. Alright, you guys. Like I said, I could talk hours and hours and hours about this and about what I see going on and how I see this being played out in the future, but I'm not going to. You guys can do the research. In fact, here, I'm going to show you a couple of different places on YouTube where you can find some good information. Maybe some information that's, like mainstream media, like Fox News, like CNN, like MSNBC, that's isn't 100% true, or there aren't all the answers to your questions. That's okay. So let's see if I can find this and bring this up for you guys. So one person that I highly, highly recommend is Brian from High Impact Blogs. True Patriot, has great information on a lot of viewer submitted stuff, a lot of stuff that he just goes out and finds. he is one hell of a researcher. So this guy is High Impact Vlogs. I'll bring it up over here on the big screen. Let you guys take a look at that. Here, let me transition you over so you can see it a little better. So, check this guy out. He puts out a bunch of videos. A lot of it, he just kind of rambles, but if you go through and you listen to what he has to say on especially his shorter videos, he breaks down in very plain language, very easy to understand what is going on, and just from a news perspective, from what is going on around the world. And it has all sorts of different ways to back up what he's saying. So you guys check him out. I've done a lot of my own independent research over years and years, and this guy lines up to a T. So make sure and check him out there at High Impact Vlogs. All right, so I'm going to puff on out of here, y'all. If you are watching this after the live stream, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on TMP Nightly Canna News at 10, and we'll talk about something a little different. We'll get back into cannabis a little more and talk about that tomorrow. Much love, you guys. Thanks for watching. Mashy, mashy. See if we've got some music to listen to. We're going to puff on out of here. Don't forget, like, subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.